I have a very special gal here sitting with me today. I got Katrina. Welcome, Katrina. Thank you so much for being here with us. Katrina's a rock star. She's been in the Advance membership for 10 months now, been rocking the workouts. She's currently in school to become a nutritionist. And so she leads a very busy lifestyle. For a while, you were doing work, you were doing school, and then you were just cranking it with school. And you have been a beautiful staple and example of consistency and showing up for yourself. And so, anyways, on that note, let's go ahead and get into it. What made you 10 months ago say, hey, Al, what are you doing? I need to change up my workout routine, my wellness routine. What made you want to kind of jump in here?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned consistency because I think that's what I was striving for. I think for me, I have always been sort of an athletic, workout pretty consistently, but it was the strength training component that I always kind of struggled with, that consistency. And I would do the classic kind of start a workout or start a routine, and then 2 months later I would fizzle out. And so it's been that way, for the past 10 years. And I was just getting kind of frustrated. Like, I know that strength training is so important, but I don't know how to keep it going for myself. And so that's when, we started talking, and I was introduced to the program by you, and it just felt like something that would get me to that place where strength training and working out consistently would become a part of my day-to-day life.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, consistency is king. So, on that note, on the note of consistency, you've been in it for 10 months. Can you share just some of the benefits, some of the results that you've experienced during your time?
I mean, I think for me, what's been so great about the advanced training protocol has been, not just the workouts every week, but also the mindset, exercises we do, and things that, Ali shares a quote with us every workout, and it's a group setting, which I think is really encouraging me to participate and be part of the group. And so I think, my mentality around strength training and working out, and, it's not an all or nothing thing. It's sort of, a lot of my mindset has changed around being in shape and what that means for me personally versus someone else. And it's not the same. And so, yeah, I think that's been the biggest thing that I've gotten out of it, just holistically. I'd say very tangibly, my hamstrings are stronger than they've ever been in my life, which is so amazing. And I notice it when I go hiking and everything. It's just the full body. When I was doing it on my own, I wasn't targeting these like very important muscle groups that I didn't really know how important they were. And I feel like Ali's workouts take me to a place where I can actually go on hikes and go skiing and everything and do the things I love to do outdoors. And they actually make me better at those things and better prepared for those things.
Oh, which is what it's all about, man. I know it's a huge driving factor to your strength training. For those who don't know, Katrina is probably the best skier that I have ever ridden with. She's a phenomenal adventure sport athlete, and with that lifestyle, though, we've got to build our body of armor, man, to be able to go out there and withstand the forces that those extreme sports entail. So, oh, I love it. I love it so much. Uh, Next question would be, I mean, I think the time frame kind of speaks for itself, but do you feel like your training regimen that you're rocking right now within the membership, do you think that it's sustainable? Do you think these are tools for a lifetime?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, getting into routines and habits, and, what's been so great about sticking with it for this long is that, you have weeks where you don't make the morning workouts. You have weeks where you have even months where you're not showing up 100% all the time, and then you have months where you're absolutely crushing it. And I think that's where the sort of sustainability comes into play, where you're giving yourself that permission to say, some weeks I'm going to just get after it and come to everything and just crush. And other weeks are not going to be as simple and are going to be more challenging. But then, continuing to come back after you have those challenging weeks and start over and get back into that routine and habit, I think has been for me the biggest takeaway, and like my consistency and sustainability of like, living this way. So
I love it. Oh, so good. Yeah, we definitely add emphasis here. And I think this might be a place where the program's maybe a little different from other group workouts, is you're going to show the best you can that day. And I think especially as females, we have to listen to our body, because it's not the same every single day. It evolves, it changes. We don't function on that 24-hour clock. We have a 28-day cycle that we work through. And so giving your body the permission to show up with where it's at that day, and not assuming it's going to be in warrior mode, ready to attack every single Monday and Thursday. It's just, we just can't expect it. So I love that you've been able to ride those ebbs and those flows and that's how you found consistency and sustainability.
And it's striving for, meeting yourself where you're at, and it's getting out of the perfection mindset, and I think that's been like the biggest mindset journey for me over the past 10 months. Is just, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be whatever you can make it. So.
Oh, yes. And on that note, my last question for you would be, if you could describe what you've gotten out of this program, or the change that you've gone through, or the evolution, in one word, how would you describe it?
I think freedom. Yeah, I mean, I know that's one of your favorite words, but I think it's freedom from that. It's freedom to be who I am, and not who someone else thinks, that a super fit person should be, or should, how they should work out or anything. It's freedom from shoulds. Really. It's just, that's probably the best way to describe it.
That's perfect. I mean, that's one of the ultimate gifts you can give yourself, is freedom. I think as a foundation of a human, I mean, that's what a lot of what we do, right, is for freedom. So the fact that that's what you're getting out of this just makes my heart explode. Well, Katrina, is there anything else that you would like to share? That was awesome. That was fantastic. But any last words?
Just keep crushing wherever you're at.
I love it. Perfect. All right, babe. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Your words mean the absolute world, and excited to continue on the journey with you.
Yeah, so stoked.